Alright, Java developers, let's talk object cloning in Java. It's one of those concepts that seems straightforward at first glance but can quickly become a rabbit hole of complexity if you're not careful. Ever heard of the term but wondered, what's the deal with cloning objects? Why do we even need it? And more importantly, how do we do it right? Well, buckle up because in the next 3 minutes I'll break it down for you. We'll cover the basics, the pitfalls, and some best practices to help you master this essential Java skill. So object cloning in Java is all about creating an exact copy of an existing object. Sounds simple, right? But as with most things in programming, the devil is in the details. Java's built-in cloning mechanism revolves around the interface and the method. These are the core tools you'll be working with. Here's the catch: not all objects are clonable by default. Java doesn't just let you clone any object out of the box. To make an object clonable, you need to implement the interface in your class. This is Java's way of giving you explicit control over which objects can be cloned. Miss that step, and you'll end up with a oops. It's a common mistake, especially for developers new to cloning. Now, how does it work? When you call the method on an object, Java creates a shallow copy. That means it duplicates the primitive fields and references of the original object. But, and this is crucial, the referenced objects themselves are not cloned. This is where things can get tricky. If your object contains nested objects, both the original and the clone will share the same references. This can lead to unintended side effects. For example, modifying a nested object in the clone will also affect the original. This can lead to some serious bugs if you're not careful. So what if you need a deep copy instead? A deep copy duplicates not just the object but also all the objects it references, creating a completely independent clone. Unfortunately, Java doesn't provide a built-in way to create deep copies. You've got to roll up your sleeves and code your own solution. You can use serialization, which involves converting the object into a byte stream and then back into a new object, or you can manually copy every field, including the nested ones. Yes, it's a bit tedious, but sometimes it's the only way to avoid unexpected behavior and ensure your objects are truly independent. Now here's something to consider. Object cloning isn't always the best choice. In fact, it's often better to explore alternatives. Java's method has its fair share of quirks, and even the Java documentation suggests alternatives like copy constructors or factory methods. Copy constructors or factory methods are often cleaner, easier to manage, and give you more control over the cloning process. They also help you avoid the pitfalls of shallow copies and shared references, making your code more robust and maintainable. So why should you care about cloning at all? Well, if you're working on performance-heavy applications or dealing with complex data structures, cloning can definitely come in handy. It allows you to quickly duplicate objects without having to manually recreate them, saving time and reducing errors. But, like any tool, it's all about knowing when and how to use it. Misusing cloning can lead to more problems than it solves. And that's your 3-minute guide to object cloning in Java. Hopefully this gives you a solid foundation to build on. If this helped clear up some confusion, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more developer-friendly content. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and help you out. Thanks for watching and happy coding. Remember, every line of code you write is a step closer to mastery.